Skip the 5, baby.
Hello. Welcome to the Diamond Lounge. You hear me, your host, Donnie C. And of course,
What it do? It's your boy, Scrappy Doo.
And it's his birthday weekend. It already passed, but you know, some people got to still give them their flowers.
Big trade.
So.
Even though it was my birthday weekend, I got something for you, though.
Oh, you got me a gift? Look at that. Ow. Oh, he finally made me legit, y'all. I've been trying to get one of his shirts for the longest. And so I'm finally at A&PM. Always making plenty money. So thank you.
No problem. You be looking out for me a lot, so.
I really do. But no.
It's only right.
So we have one of our favorite guests with us back again. I love talking to this lady. She is so funny and so raw and real. So that's why I like her. But Miss Bailee from, I always say it wrong. Real. Thank you. You know that's real. I was going to say, you know it's real. You know that's real.
It came from a saying. Me and my brother always used to be like, you know, every time someone says something that's right, we're like, you know that's real.
See, okay, I need to get that in my head. You know that's real. How you doing, lady?
You know, I'm well. I love talking with you guys.
So today, I was trying to get a panel, a few people that had different opinions, but it was funny. I posted this, and I had a bunch of people that was for it. But then when I would ask for the people to come on, nobody was for it. So I'm like, okay, we just gonna do what we can do with just our opinions. But anyway, today we're talking about Ebonics and our culture. I'm sure you're aware of Ebonics.
I know it.
Yeah. See, there you go. And I remember when I was introduced to the concept of Ebonics, I was like in middle school, like 7th grade, I think 6th or 7th grade, something like that. And I was like, Ebonics, what the heck? But what do you think about that?
The same as you. I didn't know it was called that, but I was introduced to that at a younger age, speaking it. But I didn't know it was called Ebonics until.
That's what I'm saying. I was introduced to the fact of them giving it a name.
Yeah.
Turning it into trying to make it something.
Its own language,
yeah.
So to speak, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, Ebonics, no. But, you know, with all this black empowerment and all that kind of stuff going on, someone, of course, is going to bring that up because it's like, oh, equality and, you know, make black people feel included and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, pump your brakes. I ain't feeling this one. And so I got some videos I want to play. One is of someone for it. So I couldn't find people. I got a video, someone for it, and then I'm gonna play another one a little bit later. That's just a little bit more for comical reasons. But go ahead with the first one.
That we see with students who are emergent bilinguals, we see with Black students. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen educators, primarily white educators, do things like call out the way Black students pronounce words. For example, the word ask, saying axe. Another example, I'm finna go get a pencil. Oh, no, you can't say finna. Finna isn't a word.
It's not.
Finna isn't a word. It's I'm going to go get a pencil. I'm sure we all can think of plenty more examples. The reality is Black students are bilingual students as well. They just don't know it, and people don't take the time to teach them that. African American vernacular English is a language with its own rules and system, just as standard English is. And when educators do not recognize the validity of AAVE, they are not recognizing the validity of their students. And that is incredibly traumatizing.
Okay. I'm gonna say my opinion. So what do you think about that clip?
First of all, that lady's crazy as hell. We don't go. Damn. Oh, I hate so. Okay. We do have. I'm not gonna lie to you. We do have our own vernacular.
Okay.
I was actually talking to a friend the other day. I'm like, damn, it's so interesting how we can have this whole conversation and really be like, it really is like a language. Like if you really think about it, if you go on the Shade Room comments or anything, you know what people are saying. Like if I say and that's on period, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like, we could be in a room with like say a Karen and they all know what I'm talking about. But I don't think it's to the point where you would call it AA, VB, whatever. It's not a language.
She called it. She gave it that African American Vernacular English. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, she tried to make it sound legit.
Yeah.
right. Just because y'all don't know doesn't mean it's a language. Like, for example, I don't know what cowabunga dude means. I'm not about to go give it no damn, like, I just feel like people should.
Ooh, and hold that thought. Hold that thought. What about you? What you think about that?
I don't think it needs to be taught in no schools. Like
right.
because then especially if you're in a diverse school with other different, races and all that. So you gonna make them learn the way we talk, which is improper language. we just make it fit us to where it sound cool, and all that shit by not pronouncing all the words correctly or misspelling words to where it's shortened out a little bit, and I don't think this should be taught in no schools or anything like that. Like, nah.
Right.
Like, nah.
It's ever changing.
Because now, even once you get older, and now you in these meetings and business meetings or meetings at work, anything you have to talk, you don't even know how to sound the proper way. Now you sound like somebody off the street, and then you in this corporate world, So, nah, I don't think.
No, the time clock. And for me, I'm like what y'all just said. I'm like, to me, that's ridiculous because finna is not a word. So yes, they should be corrected on that. Finna is not a word. Just like axe. Axe is a word. No, so it's like you can't. To me, it's like dumbing down black people. Like to say, oh well, they can't learn this language that they really were born into. It's not like it's a foreign. We weren't born on some. On one land, and then we're going to another soil and trying to learn that land. Like this is the language of the land we were born in. So to act like we can't learn that language, to me I don't know. To me, it's doing us a disservice and calling us kind of stupid.
Yeah, but it's really holding us back.
Yeah,
too,
that's what I'm saying. I'm
because
like,
it's almost okay in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, it's okay to almost be. I ain't gonna say ignorant because that's our that's just the way we talk. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay in it at the same time, you know what I'm saying, when it's not the proper way to even use the words that we are using.
But so I have another video, and this is, like I said, just for humor. But it's also a good example of what ran through my head when you say teach. We're going to teach this vernacular, African American vernacular. So let's.
Like this guy, but he wants a hood chick. Do you know I'm not hood? Don't even worry about it, folk. I got you. Put your tongue out like, hey, one arm up, twerk a little bit. Hey, like you at the doctor. Is this like a mating call? Oh yeah, he gonna get hard on this, sure. Where my money? Where's my money? Did you play cymbals in high school? No. And the clapping is a little distracting. Can I snap? It's not poetry. What you talking about? What are you talking about? You want some of that coon? You want some of that poop thing? Want some of that fruit cup? Some of that box? Would you like to be involved in my vaginal area? You're like, what you talking about? No, what does this mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, drop the ing and then drop the a on the bout. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, say talk, tell, bye. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, get in there.
Fuck it. Yeah. I need a little more work.
Yeah. But what I liked about that video was, and the reason why I say this whole Ebonics to me is stupid to try to make it some kind of formal thing. Those are two black girls.
Right.
So this is why I'm like, that's not a language, because for one, yes, us as black people, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's our ancestral, spirits coming and getting us together and all that kind of stuff that lets us kind of be able to, understand, when we're saying things. Right. But we don't have a real defined language. It's slang. And it varies from hood to hood, city to city, whatever. It's different. So you can't really say we're gonna put this together and put it in a textbook and this is your language and we're gonna teach it to the masses. How the heck are you gonna do that when we don't have it? Like, it's different for every one of us. Like you said, yeah, we can get in the shade room. The stuff I read or see or hear, whatever, when I hear most people talk slang, I get it just because, like I said, my people.
Right, you know the context.
Yeah, like, that's my people.
Yeah.
But I don't really speak that way. So on a day-to-day basis, that's not my language. I don't talk, that way. So I don't.
Look, hey, let me not get into politics or nothing, but this is the issue that people don't understand. Black people are not monolithic.
Thank you.
We're not all the same. So it's like, my thing is outside looking in, why are you so concerned about what we do so much? Like, it's just so interesting to me how a lot of people feel like we're all the same, and like there's this unspoken language. Even if there was, why do you want to know about it? So that's the mistake people make. Like, I've been noticing that just because I'm into politics and looking at like the campaigns and everything. Like, they really group us all together. Like,
very much
we're
so.
all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's interesting. You don't really do see that with any other race like that.
No, everyone else is allowed to have, variations. Because I don't know about you. I mean, I know you've traveled, you've been in the Army and stuff. So whenever I've gone anywhere and I'm trying to speak, or I have a tour guide who's trying to tell us something, they always tell us, we're trying to say, okay, well, hey, can you explain what this person said? They're like, oh, that's a slang. That's slang.
Right.
So it's like every region, every language, whatever, they have slang. They have their own slang. Yeah. But they're not trying to say, but this is what you got to learn, like, to make it official. Like, so that's just our slang.
Because, like I say, especially, like, I just recently, some words, not all, but start just spelling, like, a lot of words correctly because I'm at work trying to write emails, and I'm so used to writing like I'm texting. The shit, like, ain't coming out right, or I don't even know how to put a whole sentence together. Or I'm sitting there I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, your text used to be hard. I used to be like, well, what? God, now, wait a minute.
Hey, man, do this sound right? You're like, hell no. Like, man, you better not put sin on that shit. It's like, that's because because of writing in slang or, Ebonics or misspelling words or don't know how the proper way to use words when you need to use them the correct way, and that affects when you at work and all that stuff too, So it don't need to be taught at no school, and then when you go into these corporations,
you can't.
You sound stupid.
And that's why, because even in that video when she was talking, the girl that was teaching her how to be ghetto, she knew how to speak correctly. Like, you saw when she broke it down, she was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, she got real proper, real quick to explain to her, like, "Okay, this is what are you talking about? What talking about?" Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that we have a language, we have a slang, we have a connection, but at the same time, and that's fine if you want to respect that, but stop trying to make it a mainstream thing. Stop trying to make it like you said, it's all of us. We vary, we're different. We get each other. You don't need to get it. It's kind of like stop.
And it's ever changing. Like,
yeah, like, I don't know. It's gonna evolve. It's gonna be some new words next year. Like, this thing, like, you can't put that in the textbook because it's really just slang. It's just like what's hot right now, what's popping right now.
What's interesting though, if I watch First 48, they actually have like detectives and stuff to study us, our language. They go in the streets and learn how we speak to figure out like what we're saying and decode, and even go into the street and like connect and vibe with like guys like in the streets. I've watched that. Like, they actually learn that. It's interesting to me. Like, and that's when I first went, oh, we have a language? I didn't even realize it was different. This is how we talk, talk when we're not.
But it's how we chill.
Well, yeah, it's like
can we just chill? Can we relax?
Yeah, for real. You feel me?
I didn't know it was a study case.
It is.
Well, it's the study case like on First 48 and all this because you got them different, names for drugs, and all these codes for all type of, shit. So they,
I think they study everybody, like even Hispanics.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I really hate that for us. I mean, not for for us. I hate that for us. I feel like they setting us back. I feel like
it's a setup to me.
Yeah, I'm like, stop and hindering our youth to think this is okay. Like, this is how y'all supposed to speak.
Right.
So y'all keep talking like that. Let's celebrate it. But then when you go out here, when you have to make deals, when you have to be a business person and you have to do all this kind of stuff, they're gonna be looking at you like, where you going? Who you talking to? We not working with
probably
you.
Even fuck around your damn job. You probably apply for this. Like, you know what? The way you talking right now, we're gonna put you a down here. We don't need you in these.
we don't need you spotlight.
We don't need you. Well, you have to interact with other people, you know, and all that shit.
But what do y'all think about people like Cardi B, who she also made it popular to, you know, be ignorant, like just.
But it's like once you make it, and it's like once you do make it, people adjust to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, all right, but everybody ain't Cardi B or whoever else that's out there that speak, you know what I'm saying, that way. So don't sit there and try to think you finna go in these businesses talking like her. Like, no. She made it, you know. She made it off, you know what I'm saying, being herself, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and then and a lot of people connected to her, and then like once you got your foot in the door, just so many other doors open up, to, you know what I'm saying, to you, and so now they'll probably use her as a spokesperson, like, okay, she connects with these motherfuckers down here, so we're gonna use her, you know, right. in the forefront, but. You ain't buy shit. You ain't got no fan base. You ain't got no name for yourself. All this shit, you can't go in there with that same, you know what I'm saying, mind frame, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. So, you know, sad to say, but can't be like, oh, she did it, she made it, so why I can't use them words? Like, motherfucker, make it first, and then.
You gotta make it first.
Make it first, and then you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, you know, use whatever words you want to use and all that shit.
So what do you think about Cardi B?
Oh. It was so funny too. At first, when she first came out, I thought I was okay with her. Like, I was rooting her on because I saw her in Love and Hip Hop first.
Mm-hmm. See, I saw her after.
Then Kodak Yellow came out. Is that Kodak Yellow? Kodak
yeah, it's Kodak Yellow.
Bodak.
Oh, Bodak
Yellow came out, and then I love that song. And then after a while, she lost me. After a while, I was like, damn, it's still the same shit. It's been fucking 5 years by now. Like, grow up, nigga.
I feel like she one of the people that this is her niche. Like you said, the people they came to her because of that. So for her to go away from that, I feel like she feels like she will lose her money, and she's all about her bag right now.
I guess I didn't realize how annoying she was at first. She's annoying to me. And then I guess when she did him and my baby Nicki, I'm a Nicki fan. Mm-hmm. So when she started coming to her, that's when she kind of lost me.
So you biased? That's all. Just say it.
No. Well, no, because at first she said she was with her.
Yeah.
Until they start beefing, and then we'll have their little whatever problems. But
I feel you can come at Nicki Minaj of all.
The thing I respected more about Nicki is the fact that with all of her antics and her shenanigans and all that kind of stuff, she displayed that she has a level of intelligence, that common sense. Like Nicki showed to me that she can flip it. She can be this character. She can be the hood girl. But she can flip it, and that's what I liked about her. Like that, you know.
But it's called growth. It's called growth at the same time, because, all right, just because you've always been this way, once you start reaching certain levels, sometimes you have to you should be turning certain shit off and showing the growth, you know what I'm saying, at the same time.
See, but nowadays,
because that's why, like how she said, it became like annoying and all that, because like damn, so you just 24/7 like this, like, you know. So like, damn, like when just even with people that you probably grew up with that you fell in love with the way they act, but at a certain time you just like, okay, now this shit getting old. Like, oh shit,
like you 40. Like it's like that rap career, that man with that rap career. Like, baby, look, let that go.
Like, you don't have to do it, you know, act like, you don't have to act this way all the time now. You know what I'm saying? We get it. You funny. You cool. You know, hey.
Look, like, you're laughing. Huh?
Sometimes just chill out. You need to relax sometimes. You know, so it's like that.
Yeah, but I don't know, because the way Cardi B is part of that this new age population where they call growth you acting funny, or you know, you think you better, or you this, you that, whatever. So I feel like
selling out.
Yeah, you selling out. So I feel like Cardi B represents that little genre of people that ain't for that. They're gonna stay true, stay hood, stay whatever they were, cause till I die, you know.
But I don't see what y'all see though.
What you don't see about who? Wait, hold on. Wait.
But like, but I'm just saying, I don't see the, you know, I see what y'all talking about, like, far as, you know, like being that way all the time. But, you know, comparing like between her and Nicki, like it's not to a point where it's like irritating to me. I guess because I don't see her out, hear her all the time and all that shit. So to me, it is.
Is it a sexual thing?
Nah, shit, they both fine shit. Regardless of how they got their ass.
Regardless of how they got their ass.
Regardless of how they got their ass, I mean, but they was both, you know, straight before surgery and all that. It just,
To me, it's two different personalities. It's like, okay, I get what you're saying. Like, it's somewhat similar, but they are very different to me.
Yeah,
like,
to me, and to me, like Nick, even to me, Nick, like she played the victim a lot to me for no reason. Like to me, but
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she does. She everything. She like to me, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit she tries to flip. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem like about her.
Was quiet a long time before she ever spoke on.
Exactly. That's why I feel like Nikki just points out what's happening, and like it looks like, okay, put it like this: if someone is always doing something to you, and you always telling you know, it's kind of like that like parents, like stop being a tattletale, even though you right. Stuff is happening. People are attacking you, but stop being a tattletale. And I feel like that's what Nikki is. Like, people do stuff to her, and so she just tells it. And it's like, stop being a tattletale.
No, she does. Like, it's hand in hand. Like, you're not innocent, too. Y'all all doing the same shit.
Oh, you feel like she's guilty? Well,
so you just as guilty as, people just don't come at you for no reason. You know, I'm not sitting there saying everything 100%.
Because remember that dude, it's speaking got all off topic. But, okay, so that first dude, he was with Little Kim. I don't know his name. Fendi, I think his name is. Okay. Because remember, he tried to come at her, and he was dragging her, and he was doing all this, you know, whatever. And then saying she was a bad person, she was this, she was after Kim, she was yelling. He was, like, really trying to bring her down and spin the whole, because her and Kim had beef. You know, he was really going for it. And then, I don't know if y'all saw, but recently, I want to say within the last year, him and Nikki hooked up again.
Yeah, he did. That was his first... he do podcast now. No, she was his first.
Yeah, and
first
where
guest.
he was basically like, "I'm sorry, I was wrong for that. I was mad because you left me."
Yeah, he was really saying a lot that like he wasn't getting his just due. Like he wasn't getting, you know.
But
his,
he felt like she should.
credit.
But she was like, "I don't know how. When I already shouted you out. I already said you were the reason. So how was I leaving you out?" And so that's the kind of stuff I feel like, you know, people attack her because she came up. And they don't like that. And when she came up, like, yeah, she might have shouted you out in the beginning, but she already gave you your props. So she came up and she's like, now I'm moving on and I'm doing this. I'm not doing this with you anymore. You were here in the beginning and I shouted you out, but now I'm doing my own thing. And so I feel like people still hate on her because they feel like she's supposed to still be shouting and bringing people along. And I don't understand that. That's why I'll be like, I get her. And he, like I said, when he came out and turned did a 180, was like, yeah, I was feeling this kind of way, so I did that. First, I'm like, that's not even like man, like that's
right.
Dude, stay in a man's place. Like, why you being bitch mode right now? Because
well, yeah, I can see what you're saying on that. And then too, when they were saying like how she was like saying like it's a bunch of people like trying to be like her. When they were like, too, like, well, you trying to be like Kim and you never give her credit, you know what I'm saying? Which I did see a lot of similarity.
She started off giving Kim credit until Kim kept hating on her.
No, I don't remember seeing that.
She started off giving Kim credit until Kim for whatever reason kept coming for her and hating her, and so then she started backing off of it and started keeping it for herself. Kim started that beef with them. I don't know why, but Kim started that beef with them.
Oh well, I must have missed that part. So I don't know. I try not to be in women's shit. I try not to be in women's shit. You know what I'm saying? I see what comes across IG and then leave it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not even like just big on rap like that. But that's why I say like I can get with her because I see where she coming from, and I'm like, yeah, people do be coming at her for stupid. I just get where she coming from. That's why. And so, but anyway, that one even.
Isn't it? I don't like to keep. People love Nikki. For so long, all of a sudden,
and then all of a sudden, they just
And then it's always I say media probably play a lot of and shit because soon as always a new female rapper coming up, they always try to put them
against each other.
Like, okay, you compare it to her instead of like they say with dudes when new dudes come out, it just all be
just a new dude.
They all jumping, you know what I'm saying, getting with the next hottest person and all that shit. But then when it's a female rapper that come out, they automatically put that new person against.
They do, and I think it's to we don't totally jump topic, but I think it's to those female rappers to stop that because when you do stuff like if you put like this as a woman, I feel like society just automatically in their head feel like all women are competitive against each other and can't be friendly towards one another and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, I debunk that every chance I get because I don't see a woman as my enemy just because you are another female. Just because you got tits and I got tits don't mean we got to fight.
So that's why I said media play a part because it's a male dominant, music business, and then soon, like I say, soon new people. That's why I like what Meg doing, especially like 'cause she did what songs with Nicki. Now she got this one right here with Cardi, and I like that because like, all right, you ain't finna put me against these female artists, you know what I'm saying? I want to work with all the top, you know what I'm saying, female artists. So
that's how you have to do it.
So like
the only way you nip that in the bud is if you take that initiative to say, y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'ma still go and cheer this woman on and be her, be cool with this woman because I have no reason not to be.
And don't listen to me, because media will twist some shit to make y'all bump heads until you get the core facts. Don't go back and forth on social media because they twist somebody else's words around, and then if they you trying to you going back and forth with them the whole time. This person probably ain't say that or didn't even mean what they said.
And not only that, media, bringing this back, media does not get African American vernacular, so they will twist something and take it all out of context because they don't know what we talking about. So back to what we talking about on this. Ebonics is stupid. We're not gonna make that a language. We're not gonna give that any more light or shine or make it seem like this is how black people talk, because that to me is the same as them saying, "Oh, black people y'all don't feel pain. Y'all are, your skin is tougher, so y'all can go through more and not get the same medical treatment because y'all don't feel like." Stop trying to make it seem like we are different and can't function in the same capacity as you. And that's what Ebonics sounds like to me. Like you trying to make it seem like we too dumb.
Right.
to talk properly, so we're gonna go ahead and make y'all own little category.
We gonna
put y'all and hold y'all over here. So they need to bring. I don't know if they still have speech in school and all that shit.
They do.
They do. But to me, it don't do no.
Stop.
It's like it's just your job to teach it. That's
Thank
it.
you.
That's your job to understand how I talk.
Thank you. That's it. Like stop and see. I mean, with teachers, I'm like, okay, I get that you're trying to relate to students. I get that, and I appreciate that. That's beautiful. But at the same time, you relate to them and you still correct them. Like it's okay to be like, I get that's how you talk with your friends, but just still correct them along the way. So
they could know when to turn it off and turn it on. Instead of not, I only know how to do it this way. Like I ain't learned shit in school, so
pretty much. So, but with that being said, we coming up on our time. So, do you have any last words on this, Miss Bailee?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the world would be great if people just minded their business, not be so worried about us. We take up a very, very, very small percentage of this country. Just leave us the hell alone. Let us do our thing.
Let us live.
You think about it, isn't that crazy? If you think about how much like pop culture, music, just everything revolves, comes from our culture.
And I think that's why they want to try to give us.
Yeah. I think that's so amazing. And we're so little of this, like the population, if you really think about it. You be worried. Just get a life.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
No,
get a life.
What about you?
Yeah, like you say, because we make up so much at the bottom of the population of the world, but everything we do gets highlighted. You know what I'm saying? It's just shining. And then they try to make it it's shining negative, like that's really what they're doing.
I mean, it's just a credit to us of how dope we are. Like y'all said, we are like the smallest population. I mean, right now, not the smallest, but we're at the bottom.
We're at the bottom.
Yeah. We're at the bottom, but
we're a threat.
So we are a threat. So many people try to emulate us and copy us, and just look.
Ooh.
Yeah, like let us do us. we get it. We know we fly. Right. So
like she's over there trying to teach an accent, basically.
Thank you, ma'am. Come on now.
Okay, because like you say,
all jokes aside, don't forget. So I did have a boyfriend back in the day who's from New York, and he used to text me like his accent, like instead of where, it'll be like where, like WEA, like where, or it was. I thought that was so interesting. I'm from Pacific Northwest, and like. They even say like our accent's kind of like a broadcaster accent because we that's how we just speak. That's why you might ever meet like a Cali thug and they speak like they pronounce the ERs because it's just like how you speak in this region.
That's how you used to text. I used to be like, no, for real. The way I used to get through your text, I was like, okay, let me sound like Scrap. Let me put his voice in my head and read this, and then.
Gotcha.
Even me, like I speak hella proper, but I text different than I speak. Because this is quicker.
Yeah.
So,
but see, I don't know. It's like I said, just leave that alone.
Why is that so hard?
Let us be.
You know, but
Right.
thank you so much again, Miss Bailee, for coming through.
Ma'am.
I can't wait to we have
Thanks,
another
thanks.
we have another meeting together tomorrow with our good old friend from Ultimate Black Man. I'm shouting you out, but because
Hey, look, what's wrong with Gabe?
I can't wait to come through with Gabe. He is full of the
Yeah.
foolishness, and I want our listeners to watch tomorrow on his channel. I'll make an announcement, but it's again men versus women, so to speak, and I can't
Right.
wait. He always
I'm gonna be tuned in.
He always think he cooking somebody. I keep telling him, baby, you can take these little fish sticks somewhere and leave.
Right.
But
He the type to boil the put the spaghetti in the water before it start boiling.
thank you. You know, and like I cook dinner. Baby, get
Right.
that lump of
Right.
if y'all stuck together. Anyway, I can't. He not out here, so I'm leave him
Oh,
alone.
skin in the water for it to boil.
It ain't gonna cook right. But
I think that's what I do.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the water to boil.
he said, I
He
think
he was the noodles in first.
he said that's what I do.
Oh shit!
Hey, I just be trying, man. I'm just trying to make a turd. Shit.
You over there
Goddamn.
cooking
Like
like
the water to boil first.
You over there
Oh
cooking
shit, I
like
ain't know that. Yeah, I learned something new. That one gonna make some spaghetti now.
Don't your noodles be stuck? Okay, look, let's go.
Don't they be they like sock? Like
I'm about to say-
Hey, only I be eating so.
Okay. Nah.
Well, all right. On that note,
No.
until next time, we won't be here next week, guys. We will be back the following week on the 22nd, and we will be talking about business. We're bringing it back. You know, we always have our entrepreneurs on and all that kind of stuff to keep y'all focused, you know, in your business mindset. And so we're gonna be talking about these business loans that people are getting. Is it a good idea? Is it not? I don't know. We're gonna see.
Stay tuned.
But until next
I love
time. Bye, and make sure
Drop
check
your
out
diamonds.
real quick.
Oh.
Miss Bailee's show. You know, God dog it.
You know that's real.
Thank you. You know that's real, but she also have another one.
Oh yeah, the Wives podcast. That's the one I'm doing with my girls. I mean, my baby is that's real. That's the one like I do like my
Okay.
brother and I. But check
Well,
out
if you
Wives
wanted to
Club
shout it out,
podcast.
you know.
Yeah, but it's just my girls. I have a friend like she's like an ultra feminist, and I have another friend and she's like been married like 14 years, and we all just and me.
Mhm.
So put us all three together. Here's some wild episodes. I guess they're a little more nasty than me. I'm more of a freak in the sheets than in the streets. But
Oh, they more out
I
in
wanna find
public.
out some tips about vagina and shit. Come on, check it out. Wives Club podcast.
Yeah, I need to tune in.
But,
Look at him. Okay.
Got my
they give
help
it all
now.
because she's like a sex coach and shit. So she gives out all the scientific things
Ooh,
behind.
there you go. All
you know.
right.
It's cool.
You do need to check that out.
Yeah.
You need to get some
Check it out.
lessons.
And Gabe would hate it. His mind would probably combust because we were all Air Force veterans and
Oh,
we
Gabe
don't
wouldn't
need-
last.
we
He wouldn't
independent.
last. No, he couldn't.
No, he doesn't like that.
No. Let me stop talking about Gabe.
Right.
Okay. Until next time, people. Take care and
Drop
I'll
your
see y'all.
diamonds.
bye.
How he was doing?
He does his drop his diamonds. I told him it looked like a titty twister. Stop that.